Good morning. You're running shotgun with Richard on the Harley, heading on into the office. Let's chat about a question that I get a lot in the last year and a half, 2 years, and that's, when will interest rates come down? Well, that's a tough one for sure, because even the experts thought they'd be lower than they are right now. And we're talking about economists that have been in the industry for many, many, many years, decades. So interest rates, they're set by a lot of factors, more now than they ever have been in the past. The world economy plays into it. The biggest issue we have at the moment is the lag of data for the feds to quantify lowering their Fed fund rate, and that's the inflation data. It's a tough thing to get a handle on, and I'll just give you my opinion. So right now there's a lot of cash sitting on the side. Talking with financial planners and things, there's just a lot of money that traditionally would either be in the stock market or would be in the bond market, which that's what affects interest rates. The more influx of cash in the bond market, the lower the interest rates will be. So what we used to see is, when the stock market isn't doing as well, when you see those big losses in the stock market, the money's moved over to what they would consider, investors would consider, a more of a safe bet, and that would be the mortgage bond market. So that would improve interest rates for us. But right now, there's been a couple instances we've seen the stock market, take a dive down, and so did the bond market. So there's a lot of variables right now. And so with the Fed fund rate, that's the rate, the prime rate the Fed sets that banks borrow money against. Until they lower that, people can get a higher yield on like a money market account, CDs, things of that nature. So they're going to move the money there rather than in the bond market until that premium comes down. So once the feds do start lowering the Fed fund rate, that's not directly linked to mortgages, but it is right now because of the environment we're in. So when they start lowering the Fed fund rate, when you see on the news the Feds cut the interest rate by 1/4 point or 1/2 point, that's going to help the long-term mortgages. So once that happens, you're going to see it come back down some. It's just my opinion that you're not going to see a drastic drop. You're not going to see like into the 4s anytime soon, anything like that. But what you might get into is, if we can get a good rally, see the feds lower the rates, and the confidence level comes back on the mortgage bonds where they move money there. You might see low 6s pretty quickly. If we're lucky, over time we'll see in the 5s. But I think it's going to take more time than people anticipated. Just my prediction, my opinion. Toward the end of the year, I think we'll see some improvements. Maybe later in the summer, 4th quarter, rates will improve. But honestly, if you're banking on that, I wouldn't. If you're in the market and you can afford to buy now, and you can make that payment for a minimum, just to be safe, let's just say a minimum of 12 to 24 months of a higher payment, do it. Because you're going to regret it if you don't. There's a supply and demand. Until that's more in balance, which there's no light at the end of that tunnel, prices aren't going to come down. They're just not. There's too many buyers that are still in the market and can purchase, that the supply's not there, especially in the price range where a lot of first-time home buyers are. So that's my 2 cents on interest rates. Buy now, refi later. You hear that a lot. It's a reality. It will happen. It's just when. It's just timing. In my 20 years in this industry, there's no perfect tsunami where you have low interest rates and low prices on homes. It just doesn't happen. Interest rate come down, more buyers go into the market, competition picks up. We're already seeing right now multiple offers on homes. If they're priced right and they're a good home that multiple people want, it's multiple buyers, multiple offers. So if you want some more insight on it, just reach out. Happy to chat anytime, and have a great day. Chat soon.